Hi everyone, thank you for taking the time to learn more about this new resource that recently launched in September of 2025. My name is Courtney Stasiak Moore, Project Specialist with BSO's Provincial Coordinating Office, and one of the authors and co-leads of the project alongside Melanie and Melissa. The Meaningful Engagement Resource Guide, Evidence-Based Activities for Older Adults, was developed to provide evidence-informed, non-pharmacological activities that promote purposeful engagement to support the well-being of older adults across care settings. The idea really grew from BSO's Restraint Reduction Toolkit Working Group, who saw the need for additional meaningful engagement within hospital and acute care settings. We built on the Northeast BSO Cookbook, Recipes for Innovation in Long-Term Care, that was created back in 2019, by reviewing its content, identifying gaps and missing activities, and expanding to fit across all care settings, not just specific for long-term care. The resource guide is designed to be a collaborative approach to care and can be used not just for point-of-care team members, but also volunteers, family, and even older adult leaders and residents themselves. A literature review with over 80 references informed the guide, which takes a holistic approach across several key topics that you can see listed. So how does the Meaningful Engagement resource work? Each section has its own sub-table of contents, and for those who are using the digital version, everything will be hyperlinked. Activities are consistently laid out with an objective, materials needed, step-by-step instructions for both individual and group settings, as well as adaptation tips to adjust for settings, abilities, and cultural considerations. Please keep in mind there are several ways of using the resource, so choose the approach that best fits the environment and the needs of the individual being supported. Now, the guide does include a 5-step process for tailoring activities. Step 1 is all about completing a My Personhood summary to really capture key details about the individual, such as preferences, strengths, interests, as well as dislikes. Step 2 focuses on considering the 5 senses and the person's abilities and barriers to participation. Step 3 is all about consulting the Meaningful Engagement Resource Guide and selecting the activity based on the information collected. Step 4 is the implementation and evaluation of the activity. And of course, step 5 is all about documenting to ensure and enhance the continuity of care. You can access the full guide on our website or by scanning the QR code that you see on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. We also encourage you to complete the feedback survey found within the guide, because your input will help strengthen and grow this resource even further. Now, speaking of feedback and in terms of outcomes, you can see here on the left side of the screen, there are various quotes from reviewers and initial users really highlighting the guide's value and impact. Within the resource guide, at the bottom of the table of contents, we do have a feedback survey, and this is how we are hoping to learn from you and others who are using the resource guide. Now, in terms of our next steps, we are going to continue sharing the Meaningful Engagement Resource Guide at various conferences, collaborative and advisory meetings. We're going to continue to work with partners to integrate this into practice. We're also, of course, going to promote on social media platforms as well as newsletters. And lastly, something that we heard was developing a dissemination tool such as slide decks, one-page documents, and having email templates so that you can also help disseminate this within your own organization. Now, what does implementation look like for you? The Meaningful Engagement Resource Guide is a proactive tool to help save time in the long run by reducing responsive behaviors. Identify a champion within your home who can model and encourage its use. And of course, recognize and celebrate those small successes, because those small moments of connection and calm truly matter most. And remember, the Meaningful Engagement is a team effort built on small, intentional steps that will have a big impact over time. So please take a moment to explore the Meaningful Engagement Resource Guide, complete the feedback survey so we can continue strengthening its resource. And of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.